In the top left, playing as Sedge. In the red, we have Stargen. Up against Zeronix, also playing Sedge in the bottom right corner. So we got a Sedge mirror. And this is going to come down to army composition. Going into late game, this is going to come down to who can build groove first. Who is going to be able to line up those big Sedge grooves, like those big chains. Or sometimes you don't need the big chains, you just need like one or two per turn. Just like use it to put pressure on, get those like finishing blows. Sedge opens up a lot of kill options that other commanders wouldn't normally get. He is pretty terrifying. Things like witch versus witch, or like putting a dragon in range of a mage, for example. Like Sedge turns those situations where you would normally like be left with the damaged unit into like you just lose the unit, and Sedge gets a bonus move off of it too. So very, very scary. We're gonna see who can play this out better. So far the openings are actually looking very similar. Two villages on each side in the center, and both players going to be able to contest the opponent's commander when it comes to taking the village. Zero, well, they got a knight in position to put pressure on this center village here, and ooh, that heal on Zero Sedge isn't looking super good compared to the one Stargen got. So Stargen doing well in this corner. The center not looking as good. They're gonna essentially forfeit this village over here. Sedge getting that hit on the village, and actually Zero's going for a thief play. Very interesting. And they're just gonna, you know, let Stargen have this bottom left corner. Wow, Stargen already trading sides. They're gonna push to the south. And yeah, they've got night crits set up. A whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna see this kind of slow rotation come out from both players. Both of them creating a strong front. And the weak front is the one where all the production is, so very difficult to attack into like this side. Okay, Zero, they're just getting ready to defend over here. No archer, so there's not going to be any kind of indirect damage. This thief is going to be completely safe. And the knight over here, they're just going to bonk this village again. What can Zero do? I mean, they can get another hit with Sedge. They're actually doing a very good job of keeping these Sedge chains going. Actually, looking at it, there's only one mage on the side of Stargen, and it's not able to cover the north side. Like this second mage, okay, it's gonna come up now. But it was very out of position to do anything but this balloon, so the balloon can wall for free. Now Stargen, they're gonna just slowly move back. Double dog by... Oh, that hit on the mage is pretty significant. No longer going to be able to do much to this balloon. If any any other air units come out, then yeah, that becomes a big issue. Where the mage is no longer able to do anything. It can still be used for heals. It can still be used for, you know, a little bit of harassment damage, but yeah, now Zero sitting on groove. Oh, apologies to everybody watching. I did not expect that alert noise. Okay. Zero doing nice harass. This archer. They're gonna retake this south side now. Doing a good job up in the north. They have a thief that got a steal, so that's doing a lot of good work too. And what can Stargen do in this position? Alright, they're gonna try and fight back on the north. You know, they still got a dragon, and this Sedge over here isn't gonna be able to support the north, so if there ever was a time to kind of try and push up here, like now would be it. Just kind of fall back on this south side. That thief slowly making its way back to the hideout. Nice spear crit. Will lead to a Sedge groove. And that's one. Are we going to see a second one? Nope, dog just gets the kill. But this knight is going to be able to take down this village. Sword is going to follow up. And Zero is just playing a very strong economic game right now. They are ahead on like quite a few villages up here compared to the south side. So that economic lead is just going to kind of snowball. Second thief comes out. And when you're ahead, you can get more ahead. So it's going to work out well for Zero there. And yeah, they're just like starting just having to give ground constantly at this point. And they're going to lose both of these villages this turn, while still maintaining a hold on the villages in the north. And this is very much like a death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing. Where they even recapture this village up north just to be annoying. Wow. There's so much pressure on the stronghold now. And Zero keeping his entire army away from Sedge. Like this positioning on Sedge, he's just not able to reach anything right now. Oh, he has to dive in. Puts himself on a road tile. There is no dragon on the side of Zero, so we'll see if that can, you know, survive, hold out long enough. A bunch of defensive units come in. And ooh, that balloon placement, it can get killed by a mage for free. I don't know if that was quite the correct play. But Stargen has to do something, and putting counter pressure on the enemy strongholds, I mean, that can work. Ooh, that sword lives with 1%. That's a big deal, actually. That was, I think, the thing that was stopping. Oh no, the knight wasn't quite in crit range. Okay. Just more and more damage coming in. Whole bunch of units coming in for defense here. And yeah, balloon goes down. Even seeing the thief come up. Just kind of starting to steal. And Stargen takes out the dragon. That is a road tile, so that will work. Okay, suicides. The mage. Ooh, that actually worked out really well. Alright, we got the knight crit, and yeah, there's no other follow-up here. Nicely defended by Zero. And just played a super strong economic game the whole way through. Stargen was just like not able to get any kind of counter pressure on. Well, if we take a quick look at these charts, them a nice quick refresh. And you can just see it like on turn, what, 9? Yeah, turn 8, turn 9. Just slow. That's when it starts to kind of go in Zero's favor, and it just spirals out of control, and he goes all the way up to about 1300 income, and Stargen just couldn't get above 1000 after a certain point. And it is worth noting that there was a Thief Steal in here as well, so that's really difficult to come back from. And yeah, like you look at the unit count, Zero's just like massively ahead. Stargen just couldn't increase his unit count after a point, and then Zero of course just constantly building. And yeah, army value, Zero around turn 8, turn 9. At one point in the game, and then Zero just constantly going up, and Stargen struggling from there. So yeah, really nicely done. I can't even remember if we saw... Oh, we did see like one Sedge Groove. That worked out really well. But yeah, it was mostly just a case of like the pressure of Sedge, and also just very nice army movement by Zero throughout the whole game. Really like knew what kind of builds he needed. Did, of course. I know it's a bit of a meme for me to say this, but he did get those archers up, and they were doing really nice work. There's some really difficult chokes to push past in this map, so having archers available does help a pretty significant amount. So yeah, nicely done.